Hello, I'm Hillary Dow, owner, author, illustrator, and fiber artist of Binding Tales. And while I've already unboxed my 2 recent orders, and I have a third sample here of the core wool that I use for the inner workings of a 3D component of an illustration, or most prevalently, I use this for building up my core base. So I take a piece of pre-felt and then I layer on undyed core wool, which is processed. I prefer using roving. I layer this way, felt it. I layer the opposite way, I felt it, and I build up that nice core solid base. So when I first started felting, the core wool that I used was from Bartlettyarns, and the shearing of the fleece at Willow Pond Farm in Sabattis was processed at Bartlettyarns, and they're located in Harmony, Maine. So we got our farm share at Willow Pond Farm, and so I would buy this core wool from Jill at the farm, and it was really perfect for that process of building up that core base. So what I have tried to replicate and find since then, we're no longer right around the corner. And a couple times that I've stopped in at Willow Pond, she didn't have any. So I ordered directly from Bartlettyarns, and what I'm trying to determine is a go-to source for a core wool that's really chunky. So I like that there's heft to the roving, and this is, it's hefty. It's not quite as hefty as what I used to get from Willow Pond, but still, I'm looking for the end here. This is still a nice thickness of the processed roving, so that rope, not just the thickness of it, because that's fairly consistent from one processor to the next, but how much wool is a mass in that rope of that roving. So there's Bartlettyarns. This is what I have on hand, which is what I typically dye for my colored roving, and this is from A Wrinkle in Thyme up in Sumner. And the rope thickness is thinner. So I'm not sure if you can really tell on video, but just the weight of that mass of wool, there's less there in the roving. I can feel it based on pinching it in my fingers. And then I'm trying a third one, which is from Stacey's Spinning Haven, which is up north of here. She's in, she outside of Milford? Milford, yeah. So north of here, and this is really fine. So this is even more fine than what I get from A Wrinkle in Thyme. So that's much, much thinner. Oh, it's really soft too. It's beautiful. It's beautiful fiber. I'll just be using it for something else. So I think what I've determined is, of the 3, I've got 1, 2, 3 different options here. And I'm back to the Bartlettyarns option as the hefty, the chunky roving that is my preference for building up that base. So even this is a little thinner than the last batch that I was able to procure from this processor, but still, it's the thickest, heftiest roving for undyed core wool that I've been able to find, and the fibers are still, you know, they're nice and long, and it really is, it's my core wool. I'm not going to be dyeing this for my finished colored components of my illustration. I'll continue to use some of my other source wool. but it's similar. And then this, as I pull it apart, it gives me a sense of that is really fluffy and long, beautiful fibers. So it's all a learning process and trial and error and experimentation with different processors, different breeds of sheep. So a Romney wool tends to be my go-to and my favorite. More to come, but know that I'm landing back where I started, where I'm getting that core base layer built up with wool from Bartlettyarns up in Harmony, Maine. So yeah, here's one more step of the process of me trial and error and figuring things out one step at a time.